Hi, okay, today I'm going to review the soccer cleats that I bought for playing frisbee, and this is the Nike Tiempo, not the Legend, not the Legacy, but Ligera, if I pronounce that correctly. And yeah, I first got my eye caught onto the white color one, which was very nice. And then I was looking for a shoe to play frisbee with because yeah, my old cleats just broke apart. I did not wear it for long enough. It was Umbro, and then when I wore it, it just crumbled. So the sole plate hardened. But so yeah, it was a good time to look for a new set of cleats. And why I got this was because I was actually looking for something with the toe stud, you know, to give the extra boost. Cause I usually play a cutter in Ultimate Frisbee and not that much of a handler. So I was looking for something that could give good pivots and side cuts and all too. So I was the main concern was actually how the cleats structure would be. And the second buying point that got me hooked on was I wanted something which was leather, because I've always had synthetic shoes, and yeah, just wanted something that would be I heard leather's very nice to run in. So this line popped up, and it's not too bad because it was in budget, which was $200, and it's I think it's the second tier, first, no, okay, so like the lowest tier is the club, right? And this is the academy version, and it's not as good as the pro or the elites, but it serves its purpose, I guess, because even in the it's not the cheapest, and just paying a little bit more, you can get anti-clog studs and a nicer sole plate compared to the really cheap club version. And it's also got a very decent amount of leather. It's not kangaroo leather. I think it's maybe yeah, cow leather. And it does feel very nice. It smells really good. I like the smell. And yeah, I've played in the rain with this. It's not too bad. And yeah, other things that are quite nice about it is that it has a skeletal support frame. So its structure, it's very soft, very flexible, so you can very comfortable to wear and run in. So you can make the cuts and the forward runs without feeling it being too hard and stiff. The back heel is solid. I think I can feel a piece of plastic inside, so it gives a very good cup. And but this part is a bit high, so when I wore it while playing in the rain, it actually cut into my heel. So I now wear socks with this extra bit at the heel, so that yeah, it just protects when I wear it. Other than that, it's not extremely high range, and probably can be counted as a mid range. It doesn't have the flywire technology that puts in 3. It just puts in two like bands. I'm not sure really whether it's real flywire, it's just aesthetics. But yeah, it locks the foot. It locks my foot into place quite well when I tighten the laces. Other than that, the tongue is not too bad. The tongue is really yeah, it's thin. The tongue's thin, but it has the elastic bands inside that help to keep it in place when running. And yeah, the insole is non-removable. Yeah, I think it's glued down. And the thing about this, so the main buying point for a cleat when I was going to start picking up frisbee again was its design of the sole plate. And like I told you, I like this a lot. And this has a hybrid of round studs, which I read are good. You're less prone to injury compared to blades. My old Umbros were all blades because I like to run fast. But I decided to go for something that's more stable, better for the ankles, I guess. And then it's nice that it has this mercurial, the S blade studs. Yeah, so there's one at the ball of the feet, and then the heel studs are also bladed. It looks like it can go into the ground and pivot quite well. But okay, this is the saddest point about this boot. I used it to play the Borneo Headhunters hat in 2019. Yeah, the sad point about it is that it's really thin. So the sole is extremely thin. I can literally feel like it's like this thin. I didn't measure it, but the moment we started playing on very dry ground, this is supposed to be a firm ground stud pattern, but when we played for a long time, after a while the sole, my feet gets painful because it's just too thin. The sole is too thin. There's not enough padding. Compared when I asked other friends about, like, let's say the Adidas Copa, his feet didn't hurt while he was playing. So I think there's something to do with the sole plate being too thin and not enough padding in the insole. It's really light. Could play in the rain. It looks good. I love the smell. But when I was playing the Headhunters hat, I actually did I was marking someone and I did a very he moved and I did a sharp cut, and what happened was that it was my left foot. I pushed very hard onto this inner heel part. Okay, so this part I pushed really hard, and somehow or another the plastic and the sole bruised my heel, and my heel was in pain. I think I was scared it was going to be a ligament or tendon, but thankfully the physio, Justin Chen, he said it was just soft tissue injuries. I could still run and play, but it was just pain. I couldn't walk properly after that, and that is my only downside of this shoe. The sole plate being too thin, and I guess the structure of it is just not good enough to support everything when we do sharp cuts on just small areas of the sole. Maybe it's the wrong way of cutting. Like, I mean, you should use the whole sole, but yeah. So that's my downside. And yeah, it's like all this used to be flat. Now you can see they're like bumps in it, kinks in it. So I think there's something that just pops out when I flex and run in this. Maybe the higher versions, like the Pro and Elite versions, will have better sole plates, and that might be more comfortable. But other than that, I think I'll just use these shoes when the ground is going to be soft and nice, and I wouldn't play too hard in them if the ground is too dry when there's no rain. Yeah, that's my review for the Nike Tiempo ligera. Yeah, ligera. Yeah, it's so hard to find out what exact model this was. It's not the Legend, it's not the Legacy, but they all look the same, right? So yeah, my honest review. If you want to buy the boot, I think it sells pretty much in a lot of Malaysian stores. Yeah, like LSE, Leah Center Sports, probably in a lot of other sports shops too. So yeah, I would suggest you to buy the Adidas Copa. Maybe I'm biased to Adidas, but well.